Good evening now, everyone. Earlier checked in Lancaster City for the dog event I was emceeing, and now in West York there is a Stop the Violence community party going on right now. The mayor's phone is having Pac-Man sound, so that's why I'm laughing.
Pac-Man was caught by another ghost.
Pac-Man got another ghost. And you can see down there, lots of stuff going on. Bounce house, face painting, food, games. Mayor got soaked earlier.
Did, absolutely.
So how did you come up with this idea, and what do you hope that it'll accomplish?
Well, first and foremost, it goes to what I've been saying all year, where we need to get out and know our neighbors and be a good neighbor. But with the increasing violence that we see in the front pages every day, we needed to come together and figure out a way to say we need to stop the violence. We need to say no. We need to have empathy for our neighbors. We need to be the change that we want to see. And when we all come together, we can help communities reduce violence. We can address the root causes that start street gangs. We can reach the kids and keep them into a positive role, and that keeps idle hands from getting them in trouble. So, as you can see, everybody's having a lot of fun. And those feel-good moments break the ice for people to want to talk about what's bothering them, what they would like to see changed, like maybe just to introduce themselves to their neighbor that they might not even know. But the best part of all that is our police department gets better intelligence when people talk to each other and they watch what's going on. They get to know who's in their neighborhood and who shouldn't be. They can look out for teens that might be doing things they shouldn't and intervene before they really get in trouble. And that helps keep kids out of the juvenile justice system, and we all need to take some time to make sure that doesn't happen. And beyond that, when we are the roots of our community, we actually can make the community grow and be stronger and good.
Suzanne Gillespie says good idea.
Thank you.
And Ricky Dunn says great story.
Thank you. It's good stuff.
Another Kathy Freeman says awesome, nice to help the children, and they're definitely having a good time behind you.
And something else that's really great, and I want to point this out. We are a good neighbor to York City. Mayor Bracy and I talk all the time, and we work together. West York and York City can work together and be good neighbors and do good things, and we've been doing that this past year. And we can work together to make our communities safer and happier and healthier. And I'm proud to be a part of that. I'm proud that my council has signed on and endorsed that, and we've seen a lot of good change in the past year. I'm proud of that.
And throughout the day, I've seen kids coming up to you, talking to you.
Yeah.
How do you hope that this event and then kind of having that relationship with the community can reduce violence?
Yeah, well, that's a good question. And when you see me talk to our young people, they are West York's future. They are York County's future. So they look at me as, he's my neighbor, he's the mayor, he knows me, he cares about me, he wants me to go to school and do well and succeed. And it's an example for every neighbor, for every community member. We all should have that investment. We should all care about these young people, because again, they are our future. And if we don't invest in them and we don't see that they get a good quality education or feel a part of our community, and we don't foster a good example for them, then they're going to get in trouble. So I think we owe it to them to be, again, the role models and the leadership they need to see.
Suzanne Gillespie says every little bit helps.
It does.
Pearl Ober, kids need to be kids.
Yes.
After school activities are great, keep them out of trouble.
Absolutely. I remember a time, I always tell a story that, I grew up here. And, when we got in trouble, Mom knew before I got home. So what we're trying to encourage, when neighbors are friendly, they can do that. They can be the backup for the other parents. So many parents are working so hard that their kids are kind of helping to parents themselves. It would be nice to have a safe place to say, hey, Johnny, if I'm not home and you need help, you can go to Mrs. Baker's house, and she's a safe house. Or you can go to Mrs. Suarez's house, and they are the anchors of the community, so kids know where to go if they get in trouble or something bad happens. We need to do that everywhere. We also have a block watch. So, you know, if you feel like you want to do that, you can reach out to them and be a member of the block watch. If you have time to serve, maybe you've gotten in trouble. Maybe you're a young person and you got into trouble, you can do some community service, or you're an adult, reach out to me. We have things to do here, and I have plenty to do to keep you out of trouble. And I'll be glad to be your mentor and to help you be the change that you want to be.
With your Adopt the Block program, I know you have people out pulling weeds and painting.
Yeah, amazing stuff. And you know, the best part is, just like the Church of Reconciliation and Life Path that worked with us, they all want to help. And I'm open to any nonprofit or organization who wants to do something good. Come out and adopt a park, adopt a block, or just reach out to me and we could do a community event to help clean up West York. Help have fellowship like you see here, and really lift up a community that has not seen this kind of interaction for a long time.
You said you grew up on this block?
I did. And it means something to me. I spent most of my life in West York, and I've seen it change. You know, it can be tough, but it's tough everywhere. But we need more people to stand up and stop the polarization, okay? Let's come together, let's do the hard work in local government and actually make the change happen. And I think we can do that. Let's stop all the political stuff. You know, there is so much good common ground that we can come up with and actually make a difference in everybody's life. That's what we need to do. It starts with this kind of outreach, but there's far more that we can do as public servants, and that's what I'm all about.
And how do you hope that this can maybe inspire other communities in York County to do something similar?
I think what you see here is every neighborhood has somebody who is the cheerleader, who can get out and knock on the doors and say, let's have a block party. Let's have an event to get to know each other. Let's get connected. And let's call our mayor or our elected officials down here and tell them how we feel, so we can listen. You know, I think one of the most important things about being an elected official is you've got to be able to listen and understand and have empathy about what's going on in the community. And when you do, the public tells you the change they want. They tell you the pain they're going through. Okay, and some stuff is really tough. And when you listen and you really care, you can come up with some really good change. That needs to happen in Harrisburg. That needs to happen in Washington. We're doing it at the local level. You see that throughout the state, where you see local mayors and council members standing up and doing great stuff. But we need to do it statewide. We need to do it throughout the country. We need elected leaders to be the cheerleaders, the happy people, to be the encouragement, so people can take ownership and change their life.
And you might be going under the bucket again? Have kids throwing balls at you?
It was hot today, so the water was cold, but I had a lot of fun, and the kids enjoyed it. It's not often you get to dunk the mayor, but it even made it easier for me to just get to sit there.
We'll make sure to get that on camera.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thanks very much, Mayor, for joining us. And we do not have a 6 or a 7 today, so this story will be on tonight at 11. Did talk to the face painter down there who's painting kids' faces about how she thinks this event could help the community. So have a fantastic evening, everyone, and also a good weekend.